Okay, so in this performance I'm going to use two cards. Okay, in this case I'm going to use the jokers. It can be actually any other two of a kind, and the spectator they can take them out, and I'm gonna sandwich it a mysterious card, okay, which we will see later in the performance. But right now, let's suppose the spectator says stop right here. Okay, now it can be any card, and I'm gonna lost it right in the middle, as you can see. Now I think it is a pretty fair loss in the middle of the deck. Now by snapping the fingers, going back to the mysterious card, which is sandwiched between the two jokers, this happens to be the six of spades, which was your selection, I guess. Now I'm going to show you a second variation, which is actually much easier to do than the first one. Then I'm going to lose the jokers once again, somewhere in the middle of the deck. They're doing some cuts to make sure. And the spectator, let's suppose they stop right here, 7 of diamonds. Now it doesn't really matter if we look at this card, because by doing one single cut and snapping the fingers, and by going back to the mysterious card, what was your card? If you say the 7 of diamonds, then this card happens to be your selection. Okay, so all you need is two cards, two of a kind. You can actually ask the spectator to give you any kings, jacks, aces, or in this case jokers, as you can see. And we will put a mysterious card. Okay, I'm going to start explaining the first variation. Okay. Now, in reality, when I trying to lose these jokers, I actually use two Hindu shuffles to lose the two kings with a mysterious card. Nobody's supposed to see the mysterious card yet until the end of the routine. Now, the first Hindu shuffle that I used is grabbing the top card, a single one, then grab any quantity, about 1/4, then I take this back while trying to get another portion and stealing the bottom one. Okay, few, and you bring in one more time. This is the final setup, basically. The joker, the mysterious card, and another joker. I'm gonna put the mysterious card face up, which it doesn't really matter which one is it. The top card, so you can follow the mysterious card. I don't keep any break at this point. I'm trying to grab any quantity right here. Now, for a spectator not to see this thumb break, it's better if you tilt the wrist so they see the straight up from the top, and keep taking until you reach the mysterious card, and then the joker, and this is the second joker, which is the one belongs all the way on top. It doesn't matter the shuffle, this is the setup that you need to accomplish. Once you're already into this setup, you grab any card, the spectator says stop. Now in the first variation, when I show the card like that, I want the spectator to really know I'm not forcing this card, so there is no joker in here nor here, but I don't want to say anything about it. I just want to leave the selection side jog, just in case. You never know, they may think later on in the performance this is a joker and you're trying to force the mysterious card, which is not. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it over here, and you're not supposed to say anything about the one is behind the selection. If they see it by themselves or not, doesn't really matter. And what I did is controlling this selection all the way at the bottom. Now, I'm not going to explain this control, but I already have a tutorial for it. If you go to this video footnote, you'll see the tutorial. The point is you need to control the selection at the bottom, and I'll show you a very exposed view how I'm controlling it. I'm just not going into details. Okay, so I'm controlling the selection all the way at the bottom, and make sure when you spread in the top half, you don't spread too much and flashing the second from the top. So the next step is doing a cover pass. Okay, the cover pass, you need to move the top half to the bottom, except the top card. The top card is the one is covering. Okay, now I don't have a tutorial yet, but I'm gonna do one later, but I'm gonna do it in exposed view so you can see better. I'm holding the top card, and by doing this, the mysterious cards remain on top, sandwiching the two jokers, the selection actually. Okay, once again, let me go back one step. Okay, the mysterious card, the selection all the way at the bottom. By doing the cover pass, I'm moving the top half, except the top card, from the top to the bottom, sandwiching the jokers, the selection right there in the middle, and that's it. You're already done. Now, one important thing I think it is crucial for this sequence is when, let's say, they select the two of diamonds in this case, because I already lost the other one. The two of diamonds, I control it all the way at the bottom. Okay, as soon as you control it by squaring the card or the deck of playing cards, you are doing the cover pass. Okay, just moving the top half, except the top card, towards the bottom, and by doing this, you're sandwiching the selection, and that's pretty much it. I'll do a cover pass tutorial later in other videos, but anyway, keep checking on the video footnote so you see the link. Now, one of the things that I can mention about the cover pass, you know, several people, they just trying to clip the top half with a pinky and the ring finger, and with this index finger on the other hand, notice I'm covering with a second, third and fourth finger in the front. The index remain on top, pushing the top card a little slightly to the side, so you can free the top card or the top half from the third finger, so you can clearly or easily pinch this remain top half, so you can move it to the bottom. To me, the way I did it in a performance, it gives me a little bit more of a control by doing the pinky break like so. There is nothing different yet, but I leave the top card and doing a third finger break, and by doing this you cannot move the hand out of the way. That's why as soon as you control the card to the bottom by squaring the deck, you leave the top card and you can move it, you know, and in the same squaring action everything is happening, so it doesn't look so suspicious, the cover pass. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this variation. Now for a second variation, you still need a mysterious card. Nobody's supposed to see that. And the way I did the Hindu shuffle, it was a little different, but I think the first one that I did in the first variation is a little better. You still taking, but not just the top card in this case as it was in the first variation, but in this case I take about 1/5 or 1/4, and then pinky break the whole tip. Okay, they're supposed to see by twisting the wrist a little bit more towards the top, and just keep dropping the cards, and I'm keeping the pinky break right on top of the two jokers and the mysterious card. And by doing the single card, I need to keep the top card. Okay, Now I have the joker and the next joker right here by doing a single cut. But in the second variation, I keep further and keep doing, more false cuts, which I don't think you need, and you should, keep cutting too many times. Simple cuts, I think that's better. Another way you can actually do this setup, you have the the 3 cards. Do a pinky break on the top card, the first joker, and you can do a double undercut, or in this case a triple undercut, so it doesn't look too obvious. Okay, so I have the top joker all the way at the bottom, the mysterious card, and the joker. And this is the second variation is actually much easier to do. All you need to do at this point is say stop. They say stop anywhere. You drop it on the table, and then you put the whole deck right on top, so you can flip it over. Now you have the selection right under one of the jokers, and by squaring the deck, I'm trying to do a pinky break right under the mysterious card. You can buckle in the front, but I don't recommend it. I think by the squaring motion you can, peel off just the bottom card from here, right under the mysterious card, which this is the joker, and the joker is going to sandwich the 6, in this case the selection. You do a swing cut. By doing the swing cut, you also moving the mysterious card right under this pile, because it actually needs to stay away from the sandwich. I have the joker right here, and I have the joker next to the 6 at the bottom. By the single cut, as you see in the performance, turn it over, and then you can spread. This second variation is way easier to do, but at the same time it's a little bit more obvious. Okay, one last time, I'm just gonna get to the setup, to the finished setup. They say stop, drop it on the table, and then you put the deck right on top. Okay, so you have the selection, the joker, and by squaring the cards, you're trying to get a pinky break right under the top card, which is the mysterious card. It doesn't matter. The swing cut is gonna cover, and by doing the swing cut, it's better you lower a little bit the mysterious card, so from the spectator's angle, they cannot really see you're actually also grabbing the mysterious card. And at this point, you already sandwich the selection between the 2 jokers.